is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Arizona's offense takes the field, and no surprises, the man that's guiding them, the Pro Bowler in his 4th season at the wheel of this offense, Kyler Murray.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And we're trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Stevenson. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. Partner doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if he can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run straight ahead here with and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Osa Odighizuwa with the effort there to earn the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive.
Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. The Chargers at 9-1 on the year. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins, take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have an interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll go option to the short side.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. Throwing on first down is Murray.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The keeper gets him 7 that time, and it'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday week.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray caught by the tight end Ertz.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Murray now on 1st down.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Throwing now is Murray. Flushed out right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. from the gun. Murray. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The coverage good. The pressure good leads to the sack. And it's 3rd and 9.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Prater's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a give here to Pollard. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They were losers last time out to the 49ers, but right now they're on the right side of the scoreboard as they start out 1st and 10. Now Murray. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Cliff Kingsbury saying, hey, let's take a look at that. He's going to feel that. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert keeping it himself from 10 yards away.
And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Murray.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified some.
Touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And this one too low.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Murray now to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Now Andy Lee will come on to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. On 1st and 10, Herbert.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Cards are going to take over at their own 41. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I know you're trying out the scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now.
1st and 10 here, and if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Zach Ertz has it complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Brown with a stick skills. So we have reached halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown. Then on the kickoff, they get another touchdown, picking up the fumble, taking it to the house in just a matter of moments. 2 quick scores, Charles.
Every time we start to neglect special teams and big plays that occur off of them, something like this happens that reminds us we've got ourselves a game now.
I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And he missed it. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. best kickers in the league. They don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the 50, here's Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Murray now. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
Here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Murray.
Pass complete on the out route to Beckham.
And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 31-yard line. To throw is Murray. He completes it to Beckham. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Murray going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Herbert off of play action. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Room here to run. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
46 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. A gain of 3, second down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Pollard will take this into the end zone for a Charger touchdown.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This offense comes back out onto the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. To throw, it's Murray. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Throwing again on second down. Murray.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now Murray's got to have this one. It's caught. Beckham.
And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, it's Stevenson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Stevenson diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fielded right around the 8. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
56 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
2nd down and 3.
The run for Pollard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with a minute 56 to go. Trying to run for it with Pollard. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Pollard. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now here's Pollard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats?